Here's the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm going to show you how to replace the back glass in the most easy way. In order to do that, you need a back cover or a back glass for the iPhone 15 Pro that has the camera glass already installed on the back. This is the most easy way to do it. The camera bezel from this back glass and transfer it onto this one. It is much harder to do it and most likely it will fail. So this is the best way to do it. Get a back glass that has the camera bezel already installed. Okay, here's the correct back glass for this iPhone 15 Pro, natural titanium. This one is black titanium and this one is for the 15. So as you can see here, this one doesn't have a wireless coil attached to it. So we'll have to remove the wireless coil from this one and have it transferred here. And the wireless coil comes with the flashlight and also the external microphone. The first step is to hit the back glass of this iPhone 15, then we can remove the back glass. So after hitting the back glass, if the back was a little bit less cracked, I will use my suction cup here and have it on the back and try to pull. But if I try to do that with the back really cracked like this, it might not work. So this is why I can maybe try this smaller suction cup in order to pull only on the back. It seems like it is not working. I have a tiny gap here on the back, so I'm going to insert my green scalpel, just the blade, in order to have the smallest opening and then start. While doing it with a blade, there is a chance that you can scratch the body of the device, but if you're careful, you're not going to have any scratch. So just like this, I have inserted the blade between the back glass and the frame of this iPhone 15. So now I can remove the suction cup and then insert a guitar pick. Trying to put the guitar pick right next to the blade. Yes, just like this. So I can start moving here and detach the back glass from the body. So the bottom is almost done. So at this point I will insert a second guitar pick here just as a placeholder. Since I have the first guitar pick here, I'm going to hit the back glass again. Then I'm going to take my second guitar pick, have it here, and continue detaching the back glass from the body. If you have heated the back glass correctly, you will have less struggle in order to move the guitar pick around. So this one, all this side is already done. So I'm going to work on the other side. So it is on this side that you have the flex cable for the wireless coil and all those stuff. So here, be careful not to insert the guitar pick, the tip of the guitar pick far inside, because it might damage the flex cable. So I'm going to hit again. Then after that, I will continue with my guitar pick all the way up. So since I have almost one side completely open, I can start opening the device. But be careful, you still have the flex cable for the wireless coil and all those here, and the wireless coil is here, so you do not want to damage that one also during the removal. So during the removal process, just make sure that you're careful while you remove the glass. You can see this is a big mess. Here's how it looks from the inside. I can remove this piece here. Then I'm going to do the same up top here. Try to make things easy for me. Also, the situation that I have here is, since this was from the original back glass, so I had to reinstall this on the new back glass that I have here. So this is stuck on the inside and not properly glued to the back glass. So this is why I'm saying it is a lot easier to just do it with this. Everything is pre-installed and it is going to make your life easier. So here I'm just disconnecting this and put the camera bezel back in place, and I can open the back of this device from this side. So this is the side that you have all the exposed flex cable are here. It is only one, and it is for the wireless coil, the external microphone and the flashlight. So at this point I'm just going to remove one screw here and disconnect that flex cable. One screw removed, then I remove the retaining plate, then I can disconnect the flex cable. So it's disconnected, and now I can simply pull and remove the back glass. Broken back glass is out. Here's everything. So I just lost the camera bezel, but everything should be good here in order to continue. Okay, so right now I'm going to remove the wireless coil and all these from the back glass. So in order to do that, you will need to hit the back glass first, the area where you have the flex cable on the back. You hit this area, and then you can start peeling the back glass and remove it out of the broken back glass. So since this was aftermarket back glass and I had done the work here already, so that's why it is kind of already removed. So I'm going to hit the back and do as I said. You can see after hitting, it is pretty easy to remove the flex cable. Make sure while doing this that you're careful not to damage this cable. Those cables are really small and tiny and can be damaged really easily. So just like that, I have successfully removed the wireless coil, flashlight and external microphone. So at this point, what I'm going to do is to simply remove all the magnets that are on the back of this one, and then continue the installation of the wireless coil, flashlight and all these onto the new back glass. To remove the magnet, it is relatively easy. You simply need to have a blade and start going under the magnet and pull the magnet. You might not be able to remove all of the magnet, and you might even damage some of the graphite tape that are around the magnet, but that's the way you can remove all the magnet. You should do the same if your back glass has magnet pre-installed, or if you remove the wireless coil with the magnet intact without non-breaking and everything looks good, you can simply use the magnet that are already here. So I have removed all the magnet, everything is clean and clear now, so I can start working on the new back cover. Okay, once that has been removed, you can see everything here. You have the magnet here and also all the magnet on this side. It seems like there is one missing, but then if you want, you can add one of the magnet that you removed if you have some missing, but as it is also, it is going to work perfectly fine. So here is the new magnet that I installed, but there is still a space here, but I cannot put any magnet there unless I crack one and fill that space, but as it is going to work just fine. On the wireless coil, you have the external microphone, which is this one. If you remove the back glass, you should have everything on the back of the back glass first, then you will unscrew this screw. Then there is one screw also for the flashlight at the top. You will remove the screw here and remove the retaining plate, which is here and still on the back of this camera bezel. It is something like this. You remove the retaining plate and you remove the screws in order to have access to the flashlight. Then after that, you remove this screw and remove this retaining plate that is on top of the external microphone. Then after that, you hit the back glass in order to have enough heat on the back. Then you start peeling the flashlight out, and then you continue, you remove the external microphone, and then after you hit the back of the wireless coil, you have enough heat on that area also in order to remove everything safely without damaging anything. So I'm just going to remove this screw and all these, and during the reinstallation you will understand better everything that I just said. Then on the back here, there is this metal plate that goes on the back of the back glass where the external microphone has to sit. So I'm just removing that also. Okay, I have removed everything. So when you remove all the screws and all the retaining plate, then remove the wireless coil, this is what you should have. There is nothing else. You have only the flex cable and flashlight, external microphone, and wireless charging. So at this point, with this one, I'm going to reinstall the plate, the back plate that goes on the back of the external microphone here on the back glass. This is how it looks when installed. So here also I can use a tiny drop of super glue in order to help me put this in place. You do not need much, just a little bit. If you have too much, just remove the excess. Then after that, I simply need to reinstall this on the back here. So as you can see, it is already installed. So for the flashlight, there is no back plate. There is only the cover for the flashlight, which is still here. So I'm just going to remove this one also. So now before I continue, I'm going to remove all those plastic protecting the camera lenses, then continue with the installation of the flashlight, external microphone, and wireless coil. So to do this, you need to be careful not to scratch the lens, the camera lens, and I don't really like this type of cover. So this is some double-sided tape. I'm just going to insert a small part of the double-sided tape on top of the plastic, then try to pull so that it is. So here's the first one out. I will do the same thing for the other two. This one doesn't work. Okay, all the camera lenses are clear now. There is no plastic protecting them at this moment. So now I can start the reinstallation of everything. So I'm going to use B7000 on the edge here so that this one stays in place on the back. I'm starting with the top, the flashlight first. Then you should have a little bit of B7000 here on the external microphone if you do not have the double-sided tape on it. Mine still has the double-sided tape. So I'm just going to continue with this one and have it in place here. And then, as you can see, it is pretty much done. And I will just let the wireless coil come to the place where it has to go. Apply pressure for everything to stick. And that's it. So at this point, I need to reinstall the retaining plate here and also on the flashlight. This is the flashlight. You need to have this flex cable like this in order for the screw to go in between. Flashlight completed. Now let's go on to the external microphone. So next is testing. Just going to test to make sure everything is working. Flashlight is good. If during testing you have some issues with temperature, you just need to restart the device. Wireless coil is not responding, so I'm going to turn the device on. Wireless charging is working. So I assume the external microphone also is all good. So I'm going to disconnect the flex cable from the motherboard. And then what is left to do is to clean and remove any excess glue that is on the inside of the device. For that, you can use this blade in order to scrap all the double-sided tape on the back. But be careful, you have the battery here. If it gets punctured, you risk to lose your device or create some fire. So careful while cleaning the back of the device before reinstallation. Okay, here's everything that I removed after my cleaning of this iPhone 15 Pro. You need something to blow some air on the camera lenses to make sure that there is nothing on top of the lenses. Next, I'm going to reinstall the back, especially the flex cable, and add the retaining plate. The back is on, flex cable connected to the motherboard. The screw is in. Then before I put B7000, again a little bit of air to push everything out of the camera lenses and also inside the device. Then it is time to put B7000 on the inside of the iPhone 15. So here's the device with B7000 on the inside in order to seal the back. Keep in mind that even if you have double-sided tape, the device might still not be water resistant. So just like that, I'm just going to close the back, making sure that everything is in place. This one went well this time. With the iPhone 15, it got broken because of the pins on the bottom of the back glass. So like I said, you should start with the back. Put the pins on the back glass inside first. Then after that, you do the side of the device. Because I started with the top, then I did the bottom. Then after everything has been inside, I will put pressure on all the corners or all the sides of the device. Any spill of P7000, you just need to wipe it with your finger. Then at this point, I'm just going to add some clamps in order to apply constant pressure for at least 20 minutes. Then I can remove the clamps. So I waited for at least 30 minutes in order to have the back completely sealed. Then I'm going to remove all the retaining clamps. So by this time, everything should be good in order to remove all the retaining clamps and assess the device. Make sure that there is no B7000 sticking out, and basically that will be it. Here's the final result. You can see I have B7000 here, just a little bit, and here. So you just need to rub on it and it is going to disappear. You do that for a few minutes. You will see you will no longer have any B7000 on the back of your iPhone 15 Pro. So here's the final result. I really think this is excellent. The back glass has been replaced and relatively easy since we didn't have to work on the camera bezel. So this is it for this iPhone 15 Pro, natural titanium, and I will see you next time. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share, and I will see you on my next video.